United States is rated number 1 in the world in degenerative diseases and number 20 in life expectancy. That from the World Health Organization. The United States is rated number 1 in the world in degenerative diseases and number 20 in life expectancy. That just about sums it all up and says it all, ladies and gentlemen. You want to recover your health? Fire your medical doctor now. Their track record is horrible. They bring nothing to you in the fight to recover your health in the face of a chronic disease. They bring nothing to you to help you recover from chronic disease. Give me a call instead, 866-582-9933. That's 866-582-9933. We're going to go to Houston now and talk to Mammy. Come on in, Mammy, who I believe is calling with a progress report. Hey, Mammy, thanks for the phone call. What's going on down there in Houston?
Okay, I went and had my R&R. Excuse me, I've got a cold tooth right now. I had an R&R yesterday, and the doctor called me today and told me it was still high, 3.1. I said, well, I thought it was 3.2 last week, but he said, no, it was 3.12. But anyway, rather than being on 11 milligrams, I was put down to 10 milligrams. Now I am going to be taking 9 and 10 alternating doses.
Yeah, that's very good, of the Coumadin, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you being a good girl with staying away from the 10 bad foods?
I'm working at it really steadily. Good. I haven't really had fried foods. I got away from fried foods a long time ago because I don't have a gallbladder.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay, so the most important thing for you, well, it's all important, right? I mean, I don't know most important, but don't neglect eliminating wheat, barley, rye, and oats, because those foods are going to hurt your digestive tract and make it difficult for your body to absorb the nutrients that you're swallowing, right? So we need to maximize your body's absorption of these nutrients, and the best way to do that is by taking the supplements regularly every day. Here's mine. I'm taking mine right now. And also by eliminating the 10 bad foods. So, you know, notwithstanding the blood work numbers, right, and the objective stuff that we're doing in the lab, how do you feel, Mammy? Have you felt any different in your life, your mood, your energy, your sleep, anything brighten up?
Yes, I guess because this cold has got me down right now or whatever, and so I'm kind of a little sluggish right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
I did have one more question. I got the Super KB because I've had problems with incontinence, but then I saw on there that they had cranberry, and I'm supposed to not to be eating or drinking anything with cranberry-related products.
Because why? Do you remember why?
It interferes with the production. What do you call that? Oh, shoot. The vitamin K.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't worry about that. You can do the Super KB. I'm not sure that that's actually a very good supplement for you to be taking. I certainly wouldn't have recommended it. Since you've got it, though, you can take it and it's not going to hurt you, and so I would not worry about that. What I would worry about, or what I would focus on, Mammy, is no wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats. And take those essential fatty acids every day like your life depended on it, okay? A couple more weeks, give me another call. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah. Okay, no problem. No problem with that because I haven't brought any bread in at all.
Good girl. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mammy. Thanks so much, Mammy. I'll look forward to hearing from you again in a couple of weeks. And best of luck with the head cold. From Houston to Seattle, we're going from Mammy to Minnie. Hey, Minnie, thanks for the phone call. You are live. Come in, Minnie. Hello, Minnie.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? Dr. Glidden here. You are live on the radio. How can I help?
Oh, yes, I was calling. I actually have my friends here, a husband and wife team, and the wife is suffering with dementia. And he's going to talk to you. He can tell you her diagnosis and that kind of thing. But we're just wondering what kinds of things can we do that would be helpful.
For dementia?
Right. Can you hold one second? I'm going to hand the phone to him.
Okay.
Oh, this is Jimmy. I'm sorry. How are you doing? This is Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. How old are you and how much do you weigh?
Oh, yeah, it's for my wife, but I'm I'm 57 and I weigh 210. But my wife has had dementia for 7 years, and she's been suffering from dementia for 7 years. And so she.
And what's her current body weight right now?
Oh, I'm gonna say about 125. She was something like 180 a couple years ago, and so she's down to about 125 now.
Oh, good job. All right. Was that by design, by dietary change and supplementation, I hope?
Part of the effects of the dementia, she walks continuously.
Oh, that's interesting.
She never stops walking.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there are, if you were locked in a black room, a completely dark room, with 20 different varieties of cats, you would have no idea which cat was jumping up and on your lap, because you need to be able to see them in order to tell what kind of cat it is. Well, there are many different types of dementia. If you go into the diagnostic handbook of dementias, I mean, there are all these classifications and categories and subcategories and this, that, and the other thing, right? So, again, MDs love to categorize things. They love to name things. They love to put things in little boxes, but they're clueless as to what to do for it, especially when it's an illness that centers on your brain and your brain chemistry and how we perceive the world. So there's one type of dementia that's called sundowner syndrome, which is related to a vitamin B1 deficiency, vitamin B like baby 1 deficiency. And many types of dementia you can't definitively diagnose until the person's dead and you do an autopsy, you cut their brain open and you go, oh yeah, they had Alzheimer's disease or whatever, right? So what we do with dementia is a broad brush support to the central nervous system, keep our fingers crossed, and see what happens. Now, again, the central nervous system, the brain and your nerves, are made mostly from cholesterol. How about that? All of your stress hormones, all of your sex hormones are made from cholesterol, and all of those walls of the trillions of cells that are in the body are all made from cholesterol. It's extremely important. Cholesterol is extremely important. So the number one thing that I recommend anybody who is suffering with a mental illness, dementia, schizophrenia, whatever, stop statin drugs. Just stop it. If you're taking a cholesterol-lowering statin drug, just stop it. Don't do it anymore, because the last thing you need is to have low cholesterol. The last thing your wife needs is to have low cholesterol. So I want her to, number one, eliminate the 10 bad foods. That's really important that she eliminates the 10 bad foods, and you too. Number two, she eats a diet that's high in cholesterol. I mean, full-fat milk, full-fat yogurt, full-fat dairy, rare meat, rare hamburger, chicken with the skin, butter, salt, okay? Cholesterol, 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 and top it off with some cholesterol. Don't be afraid of cholesterol. Eggs are the easiest way to get cholesterol and the least expensive way to get good cholesterol into her body. We prefer the egg soft scrambled in butter, soft boiled, or poached. So if the yolk is runny and nice and yellow, then the cholesterol is intact. That's what we like to see. So lots of cholesterol for her. And supplement-wise, for 90 days, the recommendation would be one Healthy Brain and Heart Pack 2.0. One Healthy Brain and Heart Pack 2.0. One bottle of Renew IQ. One bottle of Renew IQ. And 2 bottles of Smart FX. 2 bottles of Smart FX and 3 bottles of selenium. So that's 3 selenium, 2 Smart FX, 1 Renew IQ, and 1 Healthy Brain and Heart Pack per month, and a diet that's high in cholesterol. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more thing. Because potentially here there could be a B vitamin, B like baby deficiency going on, I would add to this program the D-Stress, D like David Stress. That's a B complex supplement manufactured by Superlife for longevity. It's called D-Stress, 1 bottle of D-Stress a month. So do the D-Stress, the selenium, the Smart FX, the Renew IQ, and the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, plus a diet that's high in cholesterol. And we have to do this for 90 days, 90 days. and look to see what happens to her mentation and her psychological state as she moves through the world. With dementias, you know, it's kind of like many different shades of gray. And sometimes it's hard to see initially if there's any improvement. Most people who are under 150 pounds who take our stuff, they feel a significant difference within the first 14 days. The first 21 days, it's like, oh, yeah, things brighten up. But, you know, with people with dementia, there may be improvement that you're not seeing because the person can't really articulate what's going on correctly. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But specifically with something like this, I just commit to this program for 90 days, 3 months, 90 days before you judge it up or down. Now, you know, you might see remarkable stuff in the first 2 weeks. You might. But if you don't worry. Just give it the full 90 days, 3 months. The diet's very important here. Because the dietary, if she eats the wrong food, and most of us in this country are eating the wrong food all of the time, because for the last 100 years we've been listening to the food companies tell us what to eat. We've been listening to MDs who don't know anything about food tell us what to eat. We've taken the wrong dog to the hunt. So when she cleans up her diet, she's going to help her body to absorb the nutrients that she's going to be taking. If she doesn't clean up her diet, the nutrients are going to be going in one end and they're going to come right out the other end, and she'll get very little bang from it. So clean the diet up. Take the nutritional supplements. Don't be afraid of cholesterol. As a matter of fact, embrace cholesterol. Don't worry. There's no relationship between high cholesterol and heart disease. You have been duped by the pharmaceutical industry. Thanks so much for the call. By the way, folks, if you'd like to know more about the whole cholesterol thing, go to my website, sign up for my online health recovery subscription service. I have over 80 hours of archived material in there that you can watch right away. One of my hour-long webinars, Heart Health. You don't know what you don't know. Let's up the ante with knowledge. Stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden here. By the way, if you're watching the live video stream, the product that you see on the screen right now, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 Citrus Peach Fusion, is what's in this little water bottle right here. And it is the best nutritional supplement I've ever seen in over 24 years of clinical work as a licensed naturopathic physician. Now, this doesn't give you all 90 essential nutrients, but it comes very, very close. Remember, there are 2 essential fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6. Some people think omega-9 is an essential nutrient. Time will tell. But oil and water don't mix, so you can't put the fish oil in the water. You wouldn't be able to drink it. It would just float on top and be kind of nasty. So that's why Longevity has packaged the Healthy Start Pack as 3 separate items. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which gives you vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants. The Essential Fatty Acid Fish Oil Capsules, and White Liquid Calcium. Now, why do they give extra calcium? Because if you were to burn your body, cremate your body after you're dead, 1/3 of the ash is calcium. Your body has gigantic calcium needs, and we need 1,200 milligrams a day. We just couldn't fit everything inside one bottle. I mean, we couldn't do it. So there's 3 components to the Healthy Start Pack. My favorite, of course, is the newest version, 2.0. It's called the Healthy Body Pack 2.0. The recommendation, 1 Healthy Body Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. Check it out. Change your life. You know, the proof of the pudding's in the eating. 855-347-3696. That's the number to call to order the products at the wholesale price if you're not already a Longevity member. That's 855-347-3696. Now, we're staying on the West Coast, going from Seattle down the coast a little bit to Oregon to talk to Marianne. Hey, Marianne, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Yes. Are you there?
I am.
Okay. Let me give you a quick medical summary of my issues that I've had. I'm age 66, and I weigh 120 pounds.
Okay.
I'm not taking any medication.
Good girl.
In 1995, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was DCIS, and I had a modified radical mastectomy. I had no follow-up treatment and no recurrence. I also have what I perceive to be Morton's neuroma in my right foot. It's like nerve pain between my 3rd and 4th toes, and it's not constant, but it's there. In about 2005, I had a nasal polyp removed surgically, and I haven't had any problems since then. I also have leg cramps at night, especially on my left calf and foot. It's intermittent, and as I say, mostly at night. And the last thing is, which causes most concern for me, is that I was recently diagnosed with microscopic colitis. And I had chronic diarrhea, which came on suddenly in April of this year, and I had it for 2 months, after which I had a colonoscopy with biopsies, and that's when I received the diagnosis. So the doctor put me on a corticosteroid for 2 months, which I just stopped ended a week ago. And it seems to have resolved itself, but I have read in the literature that that I have a 40 to 80% chance of recurrence within 6 months, and so that's my biggest concern.
Oh, well, more to the point, you need to understand, you sound like a very erudite, smart woman. Were you involved in, healthcare? Are you a nurse or involved
No, I'm not.
Okay. You're just a smart son of a gun. All right. So the biggest thing to be concerned about here is, what was it that caused the colitis? And the corticosteroids that they put you on did not get to the root cause of the illness. It's a broad anti-inflammatory brush, right? It's like giving somebody with migraine headaches morphine. Well, as long as the morphine's in their blood, you could have a nail sticking out of your head and you wouldn't feel it, but does that fix the cause of the problem? No, it's just medicating the symptoms into submission. This is why there's such a high rate of remission, because just giving your body anti-inflammatory drugs doesn't fix the root cause of the illness. You didn't get this because you had a hydrocortisone deficiency, right? So, again, where there's smoke, there's fire. The first thing to consider here when somebody has all of a sudden GI issues, especially if it's been definitively diagnosed with the scope as colitis, the first thing to consider is chronic consumption of all the wrong foods. And when you eat foods that are inappropriate for your body, it affects the digestive tract most especially, causing microscopic bits of inflammation which build on themselves like, the straws that broke the camel's back. And then eventually, well, guess what? The camel's back breaks and you get acute symptoms. And so the first thing to do here is go gluten-free. There's other things to do here. I really want to talk to you about this. This is a fascinating case. So glad that you called, Marianne. We're up against a hard break. Stick around, please. I'll finish this up with you when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. You guessed it. This is Fire Your MD Now. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden, Love Carlos Santana. Give me a call, 866-582-9933 if you'd like to speak live, if you'd like product information or information about the health opportunity or the wealth opportunity that we offer as a longevity member or customer. That number, 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. Marianne from Oregon was kind enough to call, and she's telling us about her health history. Marianne, are you still with me? Hello, Marianne.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very good. Okay. So first things first, right? What I would encourage you to do is clean up your diet, eliminate the 10 bad foods. Mm-hmm. You can get that list on my website, right? Just go to fireyourmdnow.com and download the link. So especially wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Mm-hmm. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats are the biggest culprits here. And I put together a little video about that. It's all over the internet. Somebody hacked it and put it up on YouTube, and I'm okay with that. So if you just go to YouTube and type in Dr. Glidden Against the Grain, the video will pop right up. It's a little 16-minute video that I put together that walks people through why gluten is bad and specifically how it causes inflammation in the gut, right? So you would be wise to eliminate wheat, barley, rye, and oats from your diet immediately. Now, it's an interesting thing to talk about. On the left side of your body, you've got the Morton's neuroma, right? Did you say that you have restless legs at night as well? Come on in, Marianne. Are you still with me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. So, was one of your complaints restless legs or not?
Yes, I have leg cramps mostly in the left leg, but the Morton's neuroma is in the right foot.
Okay, and which side was the ductal carcinoma in situ in?
Right side.
Right side. Okay. All right. So now, did they do a bilateral mastectomy or unilateral?
No, just on the right side.
Okay. All right. Very good. So, from our point of view, well, not from our point of view, from published medical facts, my colleague, Dr. Wallach, the founder of Longevity Company, sued the Food and Drug Administration a number of years ago. He did it with Jonathan Emord, a very famous constitutional lawyer who, by the way, has been a guest on this radio show, Jonathan Emord. He sued the Food and Drug Administration, literally bringing truckloads of published research to the floor of the courthouse where the hearing was taking place. So much information has been published that supports the fact that selenium supplementation with the simple mineral selenium at 200 micrograms a day, which is an eeny-weeny teeny amount, reduces the occurrence of breast cancer by 82%. 82%, right? I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, if a drug company made a drug that reduced the occurrence of breast cancer by 10%, it would be front page news. But because this is a mineral, nobody knows it. We had to sue the FDA to bring this information before the public because medicine in the United States is a for-profit, out-of-control juggernaut, which feeds the pharmaceutical industry. Now, again, nothing wrong with drugs. It's how they're used. So anybody that's had a history of breast cancer needs to be on a selenium supplement, Toot Sweet. Selenium does a number of things in the body. It's an extremely essential nutrient. It was defined and described and categorized as an essential nutrient in 1958. Selenium is an extremely important nutrient to help your body's antioxidant ability take place. Your body has a little fire department inside of it, which generates a molecule called glutathione. And glutathione is your body's own antioxidants. Antioxidants put out the fires of inflammation. Selenium makes your fire department work better. So selenium supplementation goes a long way across the board, not just in cancer prevention. It's an extremely essential nutrient. So the recommendation for you would be 4 bottles of selenium a month. That's 4 bottles of selenium a month. That's 4 capsules 3 times a day. 4 capsules 3 times a day of selenium. In addition to this, the restless legs or the leg cramps at night in bed are caused by a calcium deficiency. That's a calcium deficiency. And so in order to supply your body with proper amounts of bioavailable, absorbable calcium, and believe me, not all calcium supplements are created equal. Just like chicken soup, right? They're not all created equal. Just like wine, they're all different. Even though they're all made from grapes, there's a great deal of difference. It's the same with nutritional supplements, especially calcium. Dr. Wallach's calcium supplement is 95% absorbable. It's the most absorbable calcium supplement I've ever seen, and it produces remarkable results. So, at your body weight with your history, I would do 2 bottles a month of OsteoFX Plus. 2 bottles of Beyond OsteoFX Plus. There, I got it right. Beyond OsteoFX Plus. 2 bottles a month. 4 bottles of selenium. 2 more things to dial this all in for you, because this is a holistic phenomenon, and you just don't need selenium and calcium. You need selenium and calcium and the other 88 essential nutrients, because everything works together, right? If you don't have enough magnesium, the calcium isn't going to work. If you don't have enough boron, the calcium isn't going to work. If you don't have enough copper, the selenium isn't going to work, and so forth and so on. So, in addition to giving your body more of the stuff that it needs historically, in this case, selenium and calcium, we round it all out in a really nice holistic fashion by giving you the full complement of the 90 essential nutrients. And how we round that out, in your case, would be 1 bottle of Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, and 1 bottle of EFA Plus. That's Essential Fatty Acid Plus. E like Edward, F like Frank, A like Apple Plus. 1 bottle of EFA Plus, 1 bottle of Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, 4 bottles of selenium and 2 bottles of OsteoFX Plus. Do that for 90 days. 855-347-3696 is the number you can call to get those supplements at the wholesale price. Or better yet, Marianne, if you were led to this radio show by someone who's already in longevity, then call them up and have them place the order for you, because they'll get credit for it, and that's how we do this. This is a grassroots organization, and we support the organization across the world. And we're developing a grassroots organization because, look, there are people just like you who suffer needlessly. You've got all these things going on, man. The main reason that you've got them is because your body's run out of the raw materials it needs to maintain its immune health, maintain its muscular health. And the last thing to talk about here would be the Morton's neuroma. One of the things, the main causes of a neuroma like this, is a lack of minerals. It's a lack of minerals. Minerals are necessary for lubrication in the body, lubrication in the joint sheaths in the body. And as the nerves go into your foot, especially into the toe, they pass through little constricted tunnels, right? And they're surrounded by membranes. And if the membranes lose their fluidity, if they dry out, so to speak, it's kind of like the same reason that you get a blister. You know, your foot rubs up against the shoe and rubs up against the shoe and rubs up against the shoe. And all that irritation causes a blister to form. Well, if the nerve is going through a canal and there's no lubrication in there, just walking around, it's going to generate friction that's going to cause a neuroma. And the main reason that dries out is because you have developed mineral deficiencies. Now, why do you have mineral deficiencies? Well, because the food that you're eating doesn't have the minerals in it that your body needs. Well, why is that? Because the minerals are not in the soil the way that, number one, they used to be, and number two, even back in the day, before Monsanto, minerals were not evenly spread out in the soil. So we've always been minerally deficient. You know, it's one of the things we need to do to maintain our health, right? Well, look, you know, we need to find and purify water, right? And the county does that for us. We need to develop a waste elimination system, right? The county does that for us. We need to live in houses and protect ourselves from the elements. We do that for ourselves. Well, guess what? There's one more thing we need to do. We need to find minerals and swallow them every day, in order, because they're not in the food. They're not in the food. And unless you're minerally supplementing, it's only a matter of time until your body runs out of something and something breaks, and then you go to an MD who doesn't know any better and they throw a drug at it, right? So now, to kind of dial this all in for you here, the recommendation for you, for me, for everybody, eliminate the 10 bad foods, take the nutritional supplements every day for 90 days, and track your results. You know, over the course of 90 days, there should be specific and measurable positive change here. And remember, right, that this is not a leg cramp medicine. This is not a Morton's neuroma medicine. This is certainly not a breast cancer treatment. This is a Marianne from Oregon whole health package. So once you clean up your diet and take this stuff, look to see how it affects you across the board, right? You know, mood, energy, appetite, bowel movements, weight, in addition to all of your chief complaints. And this is the beauty and the wonder and really the undiscovered territory of holistic medicine. It's called holistic for a reason. That's holistic with a W, by the way. Holistic, which holistic medicine argues your body, my body, everybody's body is a complex system of interrelated parts. Everything connects. So rather than try to micromanage your body like MDs do with drugs, we give your body everything that it needs. Stop eating food that's gumming up the works, get the hell out of the way, and let the body fix it to the degree that it's able to. Now, sometimes the body, you know, there's a point of no return, but I don't know where that is. Your doctor, your MD certainly doesn't know where it is. So this is our recommendation. Try that on for size for 90 days, Marianne. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your willingness to listen to me as I go on and on, as I am wont to do. Going to go to Milwaukee now and talk to Phila, I think. Is it Phila or Phil or somebody in Milwaukee? Thanks for calling. You are live.
Phila, and you know me, and I'm the one that helped you when you came to Milwaukee last April.
Oh, I remember you. Yes, I do remember you. How's it going?
It is good. It is
very good.
Very
excellent. Very, very, very good. I'm happy for you. How can I help?
Okay, I have a lady that called in to you. She's very, very, very ill with diabetes, on dialysis 3 times a week. She's taking 10 medications plus 2 types of insulin. And she did call in, and you prescribed to her 2 healthy blood sugar packs, 2 bottles of the 4 bottles of selenium and 2 bottles of the Ultimate Daily Capsules. She's afraid to take those because of all the meds that she's taking. So I told her that I would call and see what you say about that.
Well, I tell her she's going to suffer and die, right? And so this is the problem. And this really gets my goat, right? Because people will just do whatever the MD says, no matter the consequences. Even though MDs deliver medical therapeutics that are the leading cause of death and the leading cause of bankruptcy, and create all kinds of side effects, all kinds of hardship, never fix the problem. Rarely do they fix the problem, they just manage it. But people will do what the MD says blindly, but they've got all these questions about vitamins. What's up with that? I've got an answer for you, Phyllis. Stick around. I'll take my best shot at it when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, finishing it up on the 14th day of August 2013. We are talking to Phila from Milwaukee, who was kind enough to call. Phila, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so, I don't know how to be politically correct, right? I mean, I really don't. This is the way that it is, though, right? It's kind of, this woman is, a reflection, an interesting kind of microcosmic segment of how people have been trained and enculturated and brainwashed to think about health care, right? So while she's been under the MD's care, she's getting worse and worse and worse. She needs more and more and more drugs, and now she's on dialysis, right? But people don't put it together in their heads that it's the crappy healthcare system, it's the type of medicine that the MDs are delivering that's making them worse, right? They just don't put those two together because, for goodness sake, they watched Marcus Welby when they were a kid. They watched MASH when they were a kid. They watched George Clooney, right, in that medical Grey's Anatomy, and all this nonsense, right? We've been enculturated to genuflect at the altar of the MD and do whatever they say, no matter what, because, for goodness sake, our medical insurance pays for it. But, oh, no, those vitamins, we have to question the vitamins. It's nonsense. It should be the other way around. People should question the drugs and take the vitamins without question because the vitamins are essential nutrients and they can't hurt you. So that's really how it is. But, we have to try to get a foot in the door with people's prejudices, right, and people's kind of intractable way of thinking. So you may be able to explain it to her like this. In order for the drugs that she's taking now to work in her body needs vitamins and minerals and nutrients because the drugs don't work by magic. The drugs work by pushing biochemical pathways in the body, and biochemical pathways are made from vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and nutrients. So when we give somebody who's on a boatload of drugs vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and nutrients, guess what? The drugs work better, and she can take less of them, which is never a bad idea, especially with insulin. It's not the sugar that kills your cells and that makes you lose your fingers and your toes and your kidneys and your eyes. It's the insulin. So anything that she can do to reduce her insulin intake, anything that she can do to optimize the performance of her body's metabolism is going to be a good idea, and that's what the vitamins will do. So contrary to popular belief, sometimes you need to be taking drugs, and sometimes you need the surgery, and sometimes you need the drugs. And if you are one of those people that needs the drug or the surgery, taking the nutritional supplement program will make the drugs and surgery work better. So there's no contraindications here whatsoever. And, you know, she really needs to be snapped out of it because, for goodness sake, she has let the MDs usher her all the way into the wonderful world of dialysis. And, you know, and here's what's going to happen. You know, one day she's going to die. We're all going to die, right? And then her family's going to be so grief-stricken that they get together and do a 5K run to raise more money for that hospital that killed her. You know, this is how crazy we are. This is how far down the rabbit hole we've gone in our utter obeisance to everything that the MD says. And this is why I call my show Fire Your MD Now, because I'm really trying to snap people out of it like a shock jock. I'm trying to do this because we need to be snapped out of it, and she's a perfect example. I don't hate MDs, but people need to understand there's a time and a place for everything. And your MD does not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in, and what they've been trained in is just one small piece of the pie of medical science. And like Dr. Phil says, how's that working for you? Well, in her case, not so great. And so this is the message that we bring to the table. I appreciate the phone call, Philo. We're up against the end of the show. I got to let you go. Keep up the good work there in Milwaukee. And I need to make a retraction here. Not a retraction, a correction. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, longevity, they change stuff all the time. They new and improved 2.0. This, the Beyond Osteo FX Liquid used to be called Beyond Osteo FX Plus. They dropped the plus. Now it's just called Beyond Osteo FX. Beyond Osteo FX Liquid. So if I told you to take the Beyond Osteo FX Plus, I was wrong. Now it's called Beyond Osteo FX Liquid. Grab a bottle or two or three. You're going to love how you feel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all around campus. That would be tomorrow, God willing.